Hey everyone, how's it going? I've got the Benro KH25P Tripod and it comes in this really handy case. Now I've had this for about, let's say, a year and a half. It's been a workhorse, absolute workhorse. Check this out, this is the beast here. It's 4 kgs, so it's not terribly light, but it is built to take up to about 11 pounds worth of payload on the top. Now on the bottom, we've got the rubber feet, but you can also access the spiky feet if you want to dig into the ground, so that's always handy. Also, we've got the locks on the bottom, and then we've got the ones mid-range. So if we undid them all, we get pretty high. So I am, well, we'll put the feet down. So that's with the legs spread apart as far as they go. I am 185 centimeters or 6'1", and I'm almost the same height exactly. So yeah, you can get some really decent height with this tripod, and then I sometimes tip it upside down. That sort of shows you the height this thing can go up to. And we've got little clips here that sort of lock the legs together to stop it from coming apart, and that just kind of helps it to remain a little bit more snug when you pop it in the bag. Over this side, you can lock it, and then you've got your arm to pan, which is always very handy. Now the cool thing about this tripod is it has tension control on the panning function. So you can use this blue kind of cog here to increase or decrease how much resistance or tension you feel when you're panning, which I find really handy. So you can loosen it up when I'm following like a game of netball, for example, and there's a lot of movement from end to end of the court quite quickly, but there's still a little bit of resistance, so it's not like super jerky. It's actually got quite a nice smooth head for a plastic head. For the price range though, I think this is really, really good. I've had other cameramen sort of say, this is really plasticky. I mean, it is a little bit plasticky, but at this price range and what I could afford, really, really good value, I thought. And so then you've got the base plate up the top, which you can loosen with this guy here. Push the blue button on the back, and that just kind of releases it like so. That's how we're looking for the base plate right there. These ones are spring loaded. You have to sort of like push it in against the bottom of your camera, whatever camera you're using, and then screw it. Otherwise it sort of puts it on an angle, so you need to make sure that you're pushing quite hard, and then you start screwing in the thread. Anyway, that just slots back on there, clicks in, and you just lock it in place. In the top here we've got a little level as well, so make sure that you're on steady, even ground. And then over this side you can control or lock off the tilt of the head. Again, that's got quite a decent sort of a resistance as well. You can't control the tension of the tilt function of the tripod, just the panning, but it still has quite a nice sort of resistant feel to it, so there's no sort of sudden, minimizes the sudden jerky kind of motions. So there we go, that's the Benro KH25P Tripod. I've gotten a lot of use out of this over the last year or two. I can't remember quite how long I've had it, but I love the tension control on the top, fairly stable head movements for the price range that it is, and the fact that it can actually reach really high, so almost as tall as me if you want to get those kind of down shots. So I really rate this tripod for this price range. If this is kind of the price range you're looking at, I think you'll be really happy.